Plaintiff Bailey Redmond says the defendant moved in with her and her witness, and a few weeks later, they saw her true colors. Bailey claims the defendant is a liar who got drunk and broke a window in the house. So she's suing for the damages, rent, and late fees. Defendant Tesla Justice says Bailey and the other roommates were a clique who talked about her behind her back and made up stories about a ghost being in their home. Tesla insists Bailey is suing for more than she owes.
Start with you.
So I just want to tell you how we met Tesla. She was a random roommate. She needed a place to live. We needed a roommate. We didn't know her. When we first met her, she was really nice. She seemed like a really reliable person. I enjoyed hanging out with her. I thought she was great. After a few weeks or so, we started to really realize how she actually was. She lies about a lot of stuff. And if you don't mind, I'm going to tell a silly story, just like give an example of what I'm talking about. So our roommates and I thought we had a ghost in the house, and it was this big ordeal. Everyone was terrified, and I personally thought, I was like, no, like this is ridiculous. I didn't agree with the other roommates.
What did they say? Gave them that belief that there was a ghost?
There'd be like noises in the house, random things would get moved around. Some weird things are happening. I do agree on that part, but I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, we don't need to move out. So I was like on my own. So I was like kind of singled out because everyone was agreeing. And this is the moment Tesla knew she had like a way to like get in the group, is what she calls me and the other roommates. But we're not a group. We've just known each other longer than Tesla. And she was saying all this stuff was happening to her, and I was kind of the outsider because I didn't agree. So that started a lot of conflict between me and the other roommates. It was like stirring the pot. She was stirring the pot. And then after the ghost thing resolved, me and Tesla were hanging out. I was like, this is just so much drama for no reason. Tesla was like, well, actually nothing ever happened to me. I lied about the whole thing just to get Chloe and Yulisa to agree with me. And
That's not true.
And she told me that she lies about things to get people to like her, and that she's done it in her entire life. Roommates and I thought we had a ghost in the house, and it was this big ordeal. Everyone was terrified, and I personally thought, I was like, no, like this is ridiculous. I didn't agree with the other roommates.
What did they say? Gave them that belief that there was a ghost?
Plaintiff Bailey Redmond is suing her former roommate, who claims Bailey lied about a ghost being in their home.
And how was it otherwise living there with her as a roommate?
She was honestly fun to hang out with and easy to get along, but then I started seeing the lies, and I was just like, I don't want to be friends with someone like this.
Good enough. She said you're a big liar. What you say?
Well, Your Honor, let me just start from the beginning as well. I moved in and I was replacing a roommate, like she said, that they did not think was fit to live with them, and they didn't like some of the decisions she was making. And as soon as I moved in, they are talking about another girl. That raises red flags, showing me that they already talk about a lot of people. They were a group. They stuck with each other. They never invited me or the other roommate out most of the time. If we did go out with them, I would take pictures of them. They would never have me in the pictures. The other roommate did stay to herself a lot just because she's a nursing student, but they still would talk bad about her behind her back, saying that they think she wants them to beg her to come out, which is not true. They just really didn't invite her that much. I actually lived with my dad for a couple months in March and April, so I wasn't in the house at all really to just get clothes and stuff. And I came back in May, like the beginning of May. I was coming back and I get a text message from a roommate saying there was a dream that they thought there was a ghost in the house and that she was calling out names.
So someone else initiated the ghost stories?
Yes, I never, ever initiated it.
All right. What else you want me to know about living there?
Yeah, so they said that I broke the window. I never broke a window.
Let's get to that shortly.
Yeah.
So let's get to the rent, the late fees, and the broken window.
Okay. With the broken window, I actually have text messages saying, hey, I couldn't get the door.
Who is this talking?
This is Tesla texting us in the group. Hey, I couldn't get the door open tonight, so I can't even get inside the house. Was it like this when you left? And then she goes, hey, so I'm in the ER getting stitches. I tried getting in the house and I couldn't, and when I went to push my window open, it busted, cut me open, but I'm okay.
Okay, we got that.
And then I have another message where she's saying that she will pay for the window.
Okay, let me see the text and tell me about the rent and late fees now.
So on our lease, we each pay $375 a month plus utilities, which is split between 5 of us. She always was late on rent, always.
How much was the fee for?
$10 a day. And sometimes she'd make partial payments, but never the full payment. So
$10 per person, or $10 per day for the
Per day.
entire house, and you all attribute the debt to the person who was late.
Yes.
And if it was 2 people late, you divide that debt.
Yes.
If it was 1 person late, that person pays all of the late fee. Got it.
So that's what, well, I have the statements of all of our payments.
And you have them highlighted. Let's see
Yes.
it, please.
Me and the other roommates are in pink and she's in yellow.
Okay. How many months was she late?
December was half a month.
You have a list?
It's all in that statement I gave you with all the payments.
All right. You take your 10 pages and you look at it and you figure it out. All right. Let's get to the window while she's trying to figure out what she's suing you for. The window, we know what she's suing you for there. It's the cost of the window. You tell me what happened.
Right. So everyone was out of town, and I was alone in where we lived, and nobody else could get to the house, obviously, to let me in or help me figure it out. And our key, we don't have a key, we have a code. And our code, when it's cold out or if something's going on, you'll turn it and it won't unlock. And all of these girls have had that issue as well. We went through it and we talked about it. We tried to get people to come change it, but
And they all broke the window each
No,
time?
no.
Okay, go
No.
ahead.
But Yulisa had a
You
broken
had the same
window.
problem everybody else has, and then what did you do about the problem?
So I tried to get into my window, and I got in, and when I went back out to try, I lived in the basement, and it was a crank window, and I tried to get it to crank. It was, I guess, I broke it trying to get back in, and I was trying to close it, but it wouldn't close with my hand, so I used my foot, and when I used my foot, it did slip through, and it cut me open.
Do you believe you should pay for it?
Partly, yes, but also if I couldn't get into my own house, we should have a key, or the campus should give us some sort of.
How long had you been living there?
I moved in November, actually,
When
not
did this
December.
happen?
And it happened June.
And you talking about you don't have a key. If you moved in and 7 months later you still don't have a way to get in, that's your issue. And the late fees, ma'am, do you believe you should pay late fees?
Yes, I am responsible for some of the late fees, but not every single one. There were times when they would be a day late or 2 days late, and it would affect it as well. And there were already late fees and rent owed from the old roommate.
All right. And you say, yes, you were late sometimes, but other times others were late,
Yeah.
so it should be divided.
It was honestly fun to hang out with and easy to get along, but then I started seeing the lies and I was just like, I don't want to be friends with someone like this.
Good enough. She said you're a big liar. What you say?
Plaintiff Bailey Redmond is suing her former roommate, who claims Bailey lied about a ghost being in their home.
And so I need to know now what months she failed to pay and how much does she owe for that month.
So for December month, we have unpaid rent of $19 and $55 of late fees. For the month of April, we have unpaid rent of $375, and then that calculated to $60 in late fees, like withstanding from that point. And then we have after.
Now, I'll take what you're saying now and let me look at those notes.
Yes.
But in terms of the late fees, there was a question of whether anyone else was late.
Correct. And so for that on here, it shows that I did pay my portion of late fees.
Okay, did you take that off of what we're suing her for?
Yes, we did. We did.
All right, let me see evidence of the late fees and whether we subtracted yours. How many times were you late?
Only one time.
All right, because the only real issue we have is what she
Right.
paid. So if she haven't paid all the rent, we'll let her address those months.
Yes.
And Yulisa Hernandez, is that your name?
Yes.
I see one late fee for you. And I see Yulisa Hernandez a second time. You know you told me it was only once, right?
That I paid late
You were
one
late.
time?
You paid late, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
No, I believe you.
Okay, so it's hard to give you guys a judgment when you're not giving me the information I need to do it. I believe here's the third time that you're listed, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And you
for
all
this
have
confusion.
confused this case totally. I'm going to go with her word. How much do you believe you owe in late fees?
$2,007 altogether.
That's
With
what you
with
owe in
the
late
rent,
fees?
Rent and late fees.
All right. I can't rely on your evidence. You misled me about what you said, or you misread it, or you didn't understand your own evidence, so I can't rely on it. Broken window, she's going to pay for that. I'm going to grant you a judgment for $2,750. Have a good day, ladies.
I just don't think it's fair that you pin everything on me when other people didn't pay things as well, and there were more broken windows than just mine.
But you broke your window on your own. Mine was a mystery.
But
that no one knows.
either way,
you intentionally broke your window.
Either way, the campus
also,
is supposed to pay it, and you guys are making me pay it. It's part of our lease.
I had late fees, which I paid within 30 days.
I just want to say I'm glad this is over with, and I want her out of my life forever.
Same.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Phillips says the defendant is her baby sister, and she's a mean drunk who can't hold down a job. Jacqueline claims she loaned the defendant $500, and although she repaid a portion in cash and a portion in weed, she still owes Jacqueline $420. Defendant Lisa Phillips says while she was caring for her ailing mother, Jacqueline was stealing their mother's pain pills. Lisa insists the money from Jacqueline was a gift, and the only reason she's suing is because she's mad that Lisa beat her up.
Start with you.
Well, this is my sister. This is Lisa. She's my baby sister. Lisa thinks just because she's a baby, she can get everything she wants. My parents passed away, and she has the house. She has everything she wants. Lisa likes to party, and Lisa goes to job. For example, I had asked Lisa, I said, Lisa, I'm moving. Can I put my truck in the back of Mom's house? She said, sure. So I was putting it about a couple of weeks later. I went back there to clean it up. And she comes out of the house, asks me, what are you doing back there? I said, I'm cleaning up, Lisa, like you told me I could put my truck back here. Well, you can't put that big old ugly thing back there, and if you do, I'm gonna burn it down.
That's a lie. Yeah.
Yes. And I
But she
said,
had
okay.
told you earlier you could.
She
That's
told
a
me I
lie.
could because Lisa drinks.
What do you think changed?
Well, I think that day she was drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. And
She's a mean drunk?
yes, yeah.
Mean drunk?
No.
Yeah. She doesn't
Not- you're
remember.
a
I'm a
not-
baby,
drunk.
so everything I did, I got it from them.
Okay.
No, don't blame
You're
it on me
mean
because
drunk?
I don't drink. No, I don't drink.
That's a
No
lie,
weed,
Your
don't
Honor.
you?
Yeah,
I see, I know a weed head when I see it. I say you smoke weed,
Yeah,
sure
I said,
enough.
yeah, I smoke
She
weed.
beat me saying
Yeah,
it.
I drink.
She drinks, Your Honor.
I don't drink.
She's
I
lying.
used to drink. I don't drink
When did
anymore.
you stop?
Oh, about a year ago. But she continued to drink. She doesn't even remember when she talks to us. She gets
You
drunk.
better grab that bottle for her and hand her a joint. She'd be a lot better off.
I tell
You
her.
don't go through the woman. We had somebody in here earlier describing in tears how her husband is an alcoholic and he goes through DTs, and she said it's the worst thing she's ever seen. Her husband has been to the hospital 20 times because he has hepatitis due to drinking. Some people have cirrhosis.
Yes.
So all those things kill you.
Right.
Only thing weed kills is your memory cells.
But I still
You
got.
can go without a memory as long as you got your organs.
There you go.
You want your organs or your memory?
I was an alcoholic.
my
I was
memory.
a
You want
bad
your
person.
organs or your memory?
Which one you want?
I want my organs.
My organs.
I want both.
Well, you're going to have to stop one.
I can.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Phillips is suing her sister, who claims Jacqueline stole pain pills from their dying mother to get high.
You tell me about your relationship with your sister.
Okay, I'm the baby of 8, okay? My mom passed away in 2015, and I was taking care of my mother the whole time she was sick. Jackie was...
No, she wasn't. I was living with my mom.
All right. Let her
I
finish.
lived with my mom and took care of my mom.
All right. She didn't interrupt you, ma'am.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So she was stealing my mom's pills from her. So...
What type of pills?
Pain pills. She got caught a few times stealing the pills from my mom.
To get high or for her own pain?
To get high. When my mom passed away, I got the house. They've been mad at me ever since I got that house.
Your mother bequeathed it to you, obviously.
If I was the bad person she's saying I am, my mom wouldn't have left me a house. I had 8 kids. I'm the baby. I'm the smartest. I took care of my mother. She's mad.
Why did she give her the house?
No, because it was in her name.
That's right. When it's in your name and you pass, you give it to somebody else.
Well, it was in all of our names,
No, it
but it's in
wasn't.
her name. And she's the
What
main
you're
one.
saying isn't making sense. Her mother owned the house.
And
She
gave
gave
it
it
to
to
me.
her. And she says she gave it to her because she took care of her.
I
You
took her
say
to
she didn't
dialysis
take care of her,
for
and
3 years.
Yet her mother gave her the house. So I don't know who took care of who, but I'm certainly not going to get a house to somebody who didn't take care
Thank
of
you,
me.
Your Honor. And she's
You
mad
can tell
at me.
my kids that now. All right. Go ahead.
And she's mad at me because she said that I drink a lot. She came over my house because she stole this money from her friend, $1,000. She came over my house drinking. She put out this money. She told me she stole it. I asked her to let me have some to help me with the taxes on the house.
No,
She gave me.
that's not true.
You jumped all into that.
There she
Okay.
goes, 'cause she
You
knows I'm
sound
just
guilty
telling
to
you.
me.
Yeah, there she goes. Okay.
Go ahead, ma'am.
gave
You
it-
tell me why you're suing her.
I just happened to go over there February 2nd. Lisa had wrecked her car. Totaled it. I don't know what happened to
I
it.
didn't wreck it.
Well, I don't know what happened to it. But I said, what's the matter? She said, I don't have a car. I
That's
said, well,
a
I
lie.
have $500. I can let you borrow it. She said, okay. So I said, when you going to pay it back to me? Guess what? When I get my income tax.
Once you get the income tax,
Yeah.
you knew better. You accepted that?
No, but then she told me, she said, well, I can give it to you. I said, just give me $20 here, $40 here. She didn't want to do that. So I said, well, Lisa, if you don't want to pay me the money, can I put my truck in the backyard? Sure. That was
That's
an
a
agreement.
lie, Your Honor.
So we agreed. So the day I wanted to put it back there, she comes out drunk. What are you doing back there? I said,
you told me about that.
I'm cleaning up so I can put my truck back here. You better not put that big old ugly thing back there, else I'm gonna burn it
And how
down.
does that relate to the loan? You told me about that.
Okay, so let me see. May 2nd, she gave me $60. And then May 7th, she gave me a $20 bag of weed. And I ain't heard from Lisa after that.
Where you all live?
In Colorado, it's illegal. It's in Colorado. We're in
Legal?
Colorado.
You paid her debt legally.
Yeah.
Okay. The only reason why she's mad, Your Honor, is because I beat her up. Okay? She's mad because I beat her
When
up
did
in
you
my
do
mom's
that?
house.
Yeah.
She came over that house, over
When?
my house, like
When?
a couple of months after she gave me the money. And she came over. We were drinking, which she says she don't drink.
Yeah,
She
that's
drinks. We was drinking. She swung at me, and I beat her up.
Yeah.
She's mad at me
That's-
because I beat
that's
her
not
up.
true.
Okay? I beat her up, and then she's mad because I told her no, she can't park that trailer. It's ugly, and it's got a truck on it, and I don't want it behind my house, period. And I told her no. After I told her she couldn't park the camper behind my house, then she took me to court
she
a
said
week
you-
later. She's lying.
Did
I
you
never.
borrow money or not?
She gave it to me.
Okay. And did you give her 40, 20, or 60?
I sure did, because she
Okay.
kept.
Hold on.
okay.
Yeah,
Why?
she kept asking me, pressuring me to get it back. At first,
Okay.
she wasn't asking me for the money until I told her she couldn't park
Well, I
the
got
trailer
news
there.
for you. Suing you is even worse.
Plaintiff Jacqueline Phillips is suing her sister, who claims Jacqueline stole pain pills from their dying mother to get high.
What's this about stolen money? You stole
No, I
money
didn't. I don't know
belonged
where
to
she got that from. Where am I gonna steal
You told me.
$1,000 from?
You told me.
I didn't tell you.
I know the guy
went
you
to
got
my
it from.
bank
One
to
rich
fix it.
man you're dating.
My
It
sugar
was-
daddy.
That's where she got it?
No, I got it from a
Stole
friend.
without the man.
No, I
Well, he
didn't
ain't too
steal
much
no
of a
money.
sugar daddy. You got to steal it from him.
No, I did not steal
Thank
them
you.
from my sugar daddy.
You ain't got to
He
steal
gave
from
me
your
money.
sugar daddy.
Exactly.
Your sugar daddy give you
My
yours.
sugar
Thank
daddy
you.
gave me
You
my
gotta
money.
steal from your sugar.
you,
You
Your
need a
Honor.
new sugar daddy. I believe her, ma'am. Judgment for the plaintiff. You paid her some payments.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Give me my money. Lisa gets drunk and calls all my brothers and sisters and talk mess because nobody's talking to her right now because she gets drunk and acts crazy. On
And
the
I
phone.
don't care. I don't need them. I got a house, and I got the house, and I still beat her up, and I'm happy.
Plaintiff Patrick Redwine says he and the defendant were good friends and college roommates. But Patrick claims the defendant got into a lot of fights. Patrick says one night the defendant got into a fight and some of the defendant's blood got on Patrick's clothing. And as a result, Patrick was falsely arrested and charged with the assault, so he's suing his former friend for his attorney fees. Defendant Jason Mathis admits he's been in a lot of fights, but he claims he doesn't start the fights, he simply finishes them. Although Jason does admit to asking Patrick to leave his name out of the criminal case, he insists he never agreed to pay for Patrick's legal fees.
All right, tell me what happened.
Well, Jason and I met in high school. We played high school football together. Both went to the same college and roomed together. Jason was a great roommate, always worked hard in school. Only problem I ever had with Jason was he had a really bad temper. You know, he was consistently fighting. You know, I couldn't count on both hands how many fights I either heard about or witnessed. And I learned the hard way, you know, going through the court system, that's not the way to, you know, solve your problems.
You've been in the court system yourself?
Correct.
For what?
For a fight.
Has he been prosecuted for fighting?
Yes, he has.
Let me hear from you about your fight, sir. You have temper issues, or?
I wouldn't say so. I like to say that I don't start fights, I finish them.
All right. Go ahead.
He got into a fight in the middle of our sophomore year, and that same day, 3 guys showed up to our apartment complex looking for him, and him and I were walking through the halls and saw them. They were looking us up and down, and Jason was scared for his life, so he moved out of our apartment complex. Our friendship kind of dissolved from there. So January 29th, 2009, we're at a party together at a mutual friend's house. It was a long night of drinking, about 3 o'clock in the morning, and Jason's girlfriend comes in and screams at the top of her lungs, "Jason's in a fight, Jason's in a fight, come help, come help." Run outside, see Jason, the aftermath of the fight. I take him inside, he's got a bloody hand. His blood drips on my pants. I take him inside, tell him, you know, wash your hands, stay in here. You know, I'm gonna go back outside and check on, you know, what's going on. So I walked outside to be confronted by the Cincinnati Police Department. They had told me I was under arrest for assault, and they didn't give me a chance to defend myself. They threw me in the back of a cop car and took me to jail. I spent 3 hours in jail. The next morning, I got out. I went to the victim's house and I said, "I'm Pat Redwine. I didn't beat you up." And he went on to tell me that, you know, if you can't tell me who beat me up, then I'm going to go ahead and, you know, stay with this assault charge.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't say Jason's name. I'd called Jason, explained to him the circumstances, and I went and talked to him and his mom. He had explained to me how he's on probation. You know, if he got a probation violation, he would have spent 30 days in jail. And he explained how he was in the process of starting clinicals because he's going to be a nurse. And I told him, well,
he can beat people up and fix them. He beat them down and then heal them.
So I told him I wasn't going to take an assault charge, but if you know, so him and his mom asked me if I could drag out the process. They were in 100% agreement to pay my lawyer bills, any fees that I came out with.
So you were essentially taking the case. In other words, you were accepting his charges until he passed his probation period.
Correct.
In which time the agreement was he would then step forth and say, "I did it"?
I told him that you know, depending on how.
Let me hear from him. What's the scheme you all had?
Well, as far as the fight goes, I was assaulted first. I assaulted back, did more damage.
Objection. Objection.
We know you always win fights.
He was not there. Nobody else was there to see it, so they don't really know. I did have a busted lip and a bloody hand. A few days later, he did arrange a meeting with me and my mother. There was no concrete agreement to pay for his attorney.
Objection.
I did recommend that he speak with the neighbor that I assaulted and offer to pay a restitution of his medical bills and
even though you did it.
Yes, at a reasonable price.
You beat the man up. He took the case for you, and so you tell him, pay the man at a reasonable price.
I would rather go through it like that than go to jail.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you give him the money to pay the man then?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you said you all come to a good price,
Yeah.
and I'll pay you for it.
Yes.
Okay.
I agreed to pay the kid his restitution of his
Through
medical
him?
bills. Yes.
All right.
And it was
But not the legal fee.
Yes.
Defendant Jason Maupin is being sued by his former friend, who claims he was falsely arrested for an assault that Jason committed. But Jason never confessed to the crime.
You didn't agree to pay his legal fees.
No, I did not.
Objection.
So he took the case for you. When it comes time for him to get an attorney so that he can defend himself against this case that he's taken for you, you say, well, you're on your own. I'm not giving you a dime on these attorney fees.
I told him do his best to keep my name out of it. If he had to, I was not going to let him go down for the charge.
Well, you letting him go down for the money?
I mean...
You mean what?
When we spoke, he said that he had a family friend that would represent him in court, and they would do it for $300.
Objection.
Any of your witnesses want to speak?
No, I mean, I just have my business partner here. We own a construction business together. We're in the process of putting together a pretty big contract. The court was...
Did you get the contract?
Yes.
Good, because you're not getting any money today. You all conspired to obstruct justice. You all committed a crime.
I wasn't a witness of the crime.
No.
He wouldn't
Didn't
have
you
to lie.
say that you agreed to accept the case until he was off
sir.
probation?
No, sir. I agreed to drag it out. There was no promises made.
Drag it out, why?
Because he was on probation.
Same thing, sir. Case dismissed. Y'all stay in college. You all conspired to obstruct justice. Have a good day.
He knows he's wrong in this situation, and we'll get it worked out one way or another.
I believe the case went exactly as I thought it would. I definitely don't have any hard feelings towards Pat, and I hope to work things out with him.
Justice.
We recently spoke with defendant Jason Maupin, who told us that after the case, he tried to repair his relationship with plaintiff Patrick Redwine, but Patrick initially ignored him. Jason said that now he and Patrick hang out occasionally, but not like before. Jason also said he's now married, has 2 kids, and is doing great.